The telephone number is 248-539-9797. It is the Valenti Show with Rico. I am Michael Steven Stone, the sixth. We're here with Paul Serra and Kenny Cott. Mike will be back on Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny, some football music, please.
All right, boys, the off-season madness has begun in the NFL, which means a bunch of websites are putting together bizarre trade proposals.
Oh, boy.
And to that I say, answer the question. I'm going to bring in Paul Serra on this as well. In fact, I'm going to start with him on this first one. The question is, who says no in this trade proposal?
Who says no?
So I'll give you the trade. I'll give you the teams. I'll give you what's being exchanged. And you say who says no, or is it fair value? Everybody says yes and has a good time. Or maybe both teams say no. I don't know. Number one, we got Paul's Dolphins trading with the Seahawks. The Dolphins receive Jalen Milroe. The Seattle Seahawks receive the 2026 third-round pick. That's pick number 75. Who says no, Paul?
I say no. I don't care what the GM of the Dolphins says. John Eric Sullivan, new GM. I have hopes for him. He can't possibly be worse than Chris Greer was at his job, but I'll say no to that.
I think the Dolphins say no, because what do you need Jalen Milroe for?
That was a head scratcher as well. I didn't realize that Jalen Milroe was in high demand. I know we haven't seen him, and I guess the unknown is always tantalizing.
Their reasoning behind it is new GM, new head coach. They're looking to basically everything gets a new paint job. We're going to start with something else.
But if you're starting from scratch, why would you give up any draft collateral?
A third-round pick for him?
Yeah, pick number 75.
If I'm Seattle, absolutely. I'll get rid of him because, you got Darnold.
Right.
But if you're the Dolphins, it's sorry, Paul, but it's why you'll forever keep picking high in the draft.
All right, the next one here is Rico. We'll actually go to your team here. You're giving up Mac Jones to the Vikings. The Vikings get Mac Jones, and you are receiving a third-round pick this upcoming draft and a conditional 27 pick that starts at a fourth-rounder and goes up to a second based on snaps/performance.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I would do that in a heartbeat. Now, I know they're talking about keeping him just for the backup reason. I think he was 6-3 this past year when Brock Purdy got hurt. But if I can get 2 draft picks for him, I will go ahead and trade him because that's what he's there for. He's never going to be the starter.
The Vikings say no because of, once again, draft collateral. And they've been drafting pretty well. And they've also done pretty well at getting veteran quarterbacks to play well while they wait for JJ to get decent, if that even ever happens. I mean, they've had 3 of them.
Well, basically,
right? They had Darnold, they had Daniel Jones, even Carson Wentz was better than. But there's other people out there. If I'm the Vikings, I don't give up anything.
But Stoney, the thing is, Jones is in his last year of his contract. So after this year, if he doesn't work out, you can move back to JJ.
Yeah,
it's not a long-term deal.
Yeah, but are you willing to risk that, Rico? Because Purdy's gotten hurt a lot lately.
Oh, no. I would rather keep him there. But if some team wows you with this, like, hey, we're going to give you a bunch of picks. Okay, you take him and, you go get
Kirk Cousins.
Or I'm about to say Anthony Richardson or some other quarterback you could rehabilitate. I think Cousins' career should be TV. But you go rehabilitate another quarterback like you did Mac Jones and Sam Darnold.
All right, next one on the list. This is I believe our first round pick that's this high. We got Rams receiving Trent McDuffie, Chiefs receiving the 2026 first round pick number 29.
What's McDuffie's contract status? The Chiefs, I think this is their 1-year window for a lot of their players. So who says no? If I'm the Chiefs, I say no. The Rams could definitely use him, and they also have Atlanta's number 1 pick, so they can give that up. They give up the 26 that they have.
I forgot they do have 2 picks thanks to the Rams thanks to the Falcons. If you're the Rams, if you're the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs are starting to they're close to doing a full rebuild. Mm-hmm. I understand you have Mahomes, but I think the band is getting pretty old.
And they might need another. They might need a receiver for the first round pick after Rashee Rice might be in trouble again.
I mean, the only thing that worries me is, like, if you're the Rams, do you want to do that when you have the 13th pick and you might have a chance of taking the best corner in the draft? Now, there's no guarantee he'll be as good as Trent McDuffie, but you have him on a 5-year, way cheaper deal than you would be for trading for Trent McDuffie.
I'm trading. He said the 26th pick, so you're trading the later one. They keep the 13th to get your cornerback.
No, but why? So you're double dipping then? You're trading for a corner and then drafting a corner.
Right. But maybe if you get him, you don't need a corner.
Or you take the better player at 13 or whatever they have, and you already have a corner.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I want you to guess what the trade value that they're evaluating DJ Moore. He's being traded from the Bears to the Raiders. What do you think they're giving up? It's just one draft pick. What do you think that lands?
Well, we discussed DJ Moore in that trade for fictitious trade for Maxx Crosby. I think DJ Moore can garner a third-round draft pick.
I think the same, but wide receivers, man, they got a high value when it comes to the NFL. I'm going to say a second-round pick, Kenny.
So they have it listed as the 4th-round draft pick, 117 in the draft.
Oh, okay.
Wow, so we're both wrong.
Okay.
No, but you're not that far off. It's kind of a crapshoot once it comes to players like that too.
Are you going anywhere, or is that just the values?
That's just what they have as the value. It's just one for one.
Okay.
All right, so the next one here is our Detroit Lions. The Chiefs are receiving David Montgomery. The Lions are receiving a 5th-round pick, 176. Who says no?
Wow. I know the Lions. If I'm the Lions, I say no. I 5th is a little too high. I need at least a 4th.
No, I mean, figuring that you're probably not going to re-sign him.
Yeah.
Because of, you got to save money on the cap. He's, the second running back. He's not the main guy, and you get a 5th-round selection back. Are you going to split hairs over a 4th or 5th rounder?
Well, he asked who says no. I would say no over that. Then the renegotiation would start. But
I think that would be a fair trade for both because, you need that money off your cap, and the Lions, you get a 5th-round selection that if you want, you can use that to go draft a younger running back.
Right, that part is definitely true.
No, yeah, that's I was just saying, Rico, it's like, they just used that to replace him, and you got a rookie deal for 4 years, or you're paying him nothing.
Yeah.
All right, last one, rapid fire real quick. Lions receive Maxx Crosby. The Raiders receive a 2026 first, a 27 second, and Terrion Arnold.
Who says no?
Sign me up.
Lions are packing up Arnold and taking him to the airport, but I think the Raiders would say no.
Arnold's security force is saying no because they need him to have a better job. I don't know.
And that is In Football Today.